Hi, my name is Ali Kazmi. I'm a senior cybersecurity and data protection consultant based out of the UK. I have overall 18 years experience in data protection, cybersecurity, privacy, and in general, helping organizations with addressing their compliance and regulatory requirements. Um, so today, I just wanted to quickly touch an important topic from the perspective of GDPR, that is privacy by design. Now, privacy by design, as is a key thing. It is an important concept to put in the right controls before you design a system, before you launch a system, before you make it public. That's an important concept from a GDPR perspective. GDPR Article 25 talks about that in a lot of detail. And GDPR Article 25(1) says that controller must implement technical and organizational measures in data processing. So, when you have data processing happening, you have to ensure that all the technical and organizational measures that you could implement in that scenario are implemented correctly. And we'll talk about what those controls are. The other thing that GDPR Article 25(2) talks about says that only personal data necessary for each purpose should be processed. That means that you cannot process excessive data for a specific purpose, and you cannot use data for different purposes when you have collected it for a specific purpose. So when you collect it, when you process it, you have to make sure that this is only linked with that special processing, the special purpose, and it's not being used on other, in other areas. So for example, if you collect data, from people who are, applying for jobs at your company, and you collect their email addresses, now you cannot send them marketing emails once that job posting is finished. You have to remove their email addresses, you have to remove their contact details, because that was specifically for only that purpose. The CVs or their email addresses were gathered only for that specific purpose. So that's an important thing as well. Now, European Data Protection Board says that this applies at the design phase. So all the controls, privacy by design controls, all the measures must be done at the design phase, not at the later stage. I have to do it at the design stage. Now, the measures included in this, by the way, are pseudonymization, and it's an interesting topic. We will cover it in one of the next videos. But pseudonymization is an important thing here. You have to pseudonymize the data, where it is shared, it is used for different purposes. You have to ensure that pseudonymization, anonymization controls, these are applied, and we'll cover those in our next videos as well, how to do pseudonymization and where to do anonymization, and so on and so forth. Data minimization is an important thing as well from these measures. So data minimization, we covered it already in one of our previous videos. If you haven't seen it, please go back to our channel and see that video. But data minimization is an important concept as well. It's an important measure, in privacy by design principle. And finally, access control. Access control also is a key key principle from the perspective of cybersecurity, but also data protection as well. And so access control is an important one as well. Finally, GDPR Article 5 is linked with this, by the way, privacy by design Article 25. So in our next videos, we will cover how these are linked. But that's mostly it about privacy by design. Privacy by design, make sure to address those requirements while building your application. In fact, I would go further, and I'd say that at the architect level, at the architecture level, please ensure that you put in the right controls and ensuring privacy by design principles before you design your app, before you design your service. Ensure that privacy by design is covered in detail. You're addressing all its main principles. So that's about it. In this video, well, that's what I wanted to cover. But if you have any questions, you're curious about a topic, please drop us a note on our channel. Let us know if you want us to cover anything specific from the perspective of data protection, cybersecurity, GDPR, data privacy. We'll be happy to cover those in the upcoming videos. But that's it for now. And see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.